Okay, 7th grade. Today we're going to be factoring algebraic expressions. We've been working on this in section 3.5. Today I'm going to look at one of our guided practices on page 164. Let's start out with the expression negative 4a minus 8. Now we need to factor this. Factoring is the inverse or the opposite of the expansion that we've done. So we need to do something that looks like this. We're going to have a number on the outside and terms on the inside of parentheses. This would be what we've done prior. This would be our answer after we've done the distributive method. So we're just going to do the opposite now. We're going to take our answer from our distributive method and put it back in the original problem. First thing we need to look at is the terms that we have here and our constants. We have a negative 4 and a negative 8, our integers. So to do our factoring, we need to determine what the greatest common factor is with our two constants. So we have a negative 4 and we have a negative 8. Let's see what our factors are here. What times what equals negative 4? Well, we could say negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. We'd say maybe negative 4 times 1. What about negative 8? We could say 2 times a negative 4. We could switch our negatives around. 8 times 1. Whichever term we put the negative on when we're doing this, we still need to know that we're ending up with a negative 8 or a negative 4. But what would really be the determining factor on where the negative, what number the negative goes, is after we determine which one is the greatest common factor. Greatest meaning largest. Largest common, which means the one that they have alike, factor. So if I look between negative 4 and negative 8, the largest number that they both have is a negative 4, or 4. I choose to make it a negative 4 because I see that both of these numbers are negative. So if I make this a negative 4 and put it on the outside here, everything that I put in here can be a positive because we know that a negative times a positive equals a negative. So I'm safe to say that if I put the negative term on the outside and distribute its wealth within every term on the inside that's positive, I'm going to end up with a negative number. So I should end up with these two negative numbers. Alright, so now that we've determined our greatest common factor is 4 and we've turned it into a negative, now we need to just break apart our remaining terms. So if I have a negative 4 times negative 4, 8, or what can be multiplied times negative 4 to make this term? Well, we know it's a 1. Do we need to write a 1? No. There's always that imaginary 1 there. But a, we need to put an a down here. Let's see. Negative 4 times a is negative 4a. Alright, that works. We have that right here. That's good. We're good to go there. Now, negative 4 times what equals a negative 8? Well, it's going to be a positive because a negative times a positive is a negative. And that would be 2. Let's see if that works. Negative 4 times 2 gives us a negative 8. Here's our negative 8 term. Yep, they're both the same. Check, check, and double check, check. So there's our solution. Our answer is, when we rewrite it, negative 4 on the outside, in the parentheses, a plus 2. That's our factored expression.